The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a give, right side. Swift, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Come on, let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Switch.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Jones Operating from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
The 49-yard line.
Down, 50, plant. X3, 218, chopper. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Shoot.
From the gun, Jones. Wide open receiver, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Jones now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 99. Switch.
Big grip.
Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Hey, Sam off.
Bang. Alert 3.
Get it.
On second down, they'll run with White. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The false start backs him up 5. First and 15.
Come on.
Operating from the gun. Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a second and 14.
Let's go. 18, Gator.
Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Hey, Zoom. Down.
Second and 14. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Let's go.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Oh, what a juke into space. He's at the 50, the 40. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on first and 10. Now again, right side, Swift. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there, first down. On first down, Swift. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Jim.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. This is Barkley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Hatchet. Check nickel. Out. Watch the safety crease. Get it.
First down, here's White. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Second down and inches. Safarian Jenkins has it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Leo.
They'll run on first down. It's White. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 17-yard line.
Check 50. Kill. Save.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
13 yards. First down, 49ers.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Kill. Check three.
Hey, lock it.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Ready.
47. Check flag 47.
Go. Ready. 5.
They'll set up to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return, it's Tate. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
They'll run it again with Barkley. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
70, Indy.
All day, dog.
Hey, exit.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over. At that point.
Let's go! 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Back. Check 24, check 24.
Snap.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Hey, let's go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He completes this one to Mack. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Everyone go forward down. He's coming. We got double up.
Hey, orbit.
24 is the mark. Let's go.
Back to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards there and a Niner first. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you, boy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied.
I'm ready.
57 to Mike. Let's go.
Hey, wahoo!
57 to Mike. Right 57.
Hustle, fight.
He'll lift to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Go. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go.
They run again with Breida. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Come on, set. 50, plant. Now.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. The kick by Gold is good. And they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking. It got his man complete. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.